In the headlines, coast now clear for APC National Convention as court vacates restraining order. Teenager kills brother in Bauchi after argument. EFCC says offences of ex-governor Obiano are being investigated. And on the foreign scene, many killed as Russian strikes hit Kiev, Lviv in the west, and Kharkiv and Kramatorsk in the east. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Now the news in full. A Federal Capital Territory High Court vacated its order restraining the All Progressive Congress APC from holding its March 26 National Convention, pending hearing on the determination of a substantive matter instituted by an aggrieved party member. Justice Bello Kau on Friday held that a member of a political party cannot sue the party. The judge said his order of November 18th last year has been overtaken by a recent Supreme Court judgment on a similar matter. Trust TV's Mardia Umar now reports.
A ruling was delivered based on our application. We prayed the Honorable Court for two reliefs. One, to vacate the order made on 18th November 2021. And the second is in alternative to strike out the suit in entirety. Having taken the argument, the court ruled vacating the order and adjourned the substantive suit for 30th of March for hearing. The motion we filed has been taken to. It is the basis of that motion that the court arrived at this decision to vacate the order. The implication anyway, what you want to know, is that there's no longer any impediment for APC to go ahead to conduct its convention on the 26th of March. What? No further impediment.
The court had just vacated the order of injunction restraining APC earlier given on the 18th of November 2021. We will look at the order, we will apply for it, and the same order will be reviewed with my clients. Whatever the decisions we will take. But the good news is the substantive suit remains, and it's been adjourned to 30th of March.
Newly amended Electoral Act, recently signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, has suffered a major setback, as Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia on Friday has ordered the Attorney General of the Federation to delete Section 84, subsection 12 of the Act. Justice Evelyn Anyadike, in a judgment, held that the section is unconstitutional, invalid, illegal, null, void, and of no effect whatsoever, and ought to be struck out as it cannot stand when it is in violation of the clear provisions of the Constitution. The court ordered the Attorney General of the Federation to forthwith delete the said subsection 12 of Section 84 from the body of the Electoral Act 2022. Earlier, President Buhari, while signing the amended Electoral Act, urged the National Assembly to delete the provision, claiming that it violated the Constitution and breached the rights of government appointees. The President also wrote a letter to both chambers of the National Assembly seeking amendment by way of deleting the provision, an amendment the Senate rejected in plenary. Bauchi State Police Commissioner Umar Sanda has warned residents not to take laws into their hands. This comes after reports that an 18-year-old man killed his blood brother with a broken glass after an argument at their residence in the state capital. An uncle of the two brothers speaks to newsmen before the corpse is taken for burial at Gwallaga Jumaat Mosque. Adamu Imam completes the story.
The Bauchi Commissioner of Police was at the NUJ Secretariat for a familiarization visit when the unfortunate incident occurred at Behind Games Village in Bauchi Metropolis, close to Mujaddadi Mosque. Umar Sanda stressed that the case will be investigated as he immediately put call to the Divisional Police Officer of Dus and Tenshi Division and confirmed the incident to newsmen. The Commissioner says more the cases is on the alarming rate now in Bauchi State.
What I would like to appeal to the members of the public is this: life is something that is very fragile and scarce. And therefore, we should treat human beings with decorum. If someone is found stealing, if it's not robbery, we don't encourage killing him outright. We don't do that. What we do is please hand him over to the police. The police will appreciate your effort and go into investigation. At least one bad guy is out of circulation. But killing somebody maybe because he went to steal is not in accordance to our laws. If it is robbery, if it is kidnapping and someone is carrying deadly weapons, yeah, maybe because of mob action, we may say, well, it's unfortunate. But for us to deliberately kill someone simply because he went to steal, I don't think it's a very
Friends and eyewitness in the area narrated what transpired between an 18-year-old Abdurrahman Suleiman, who is the junior brother to Awal Suleiman, 19-year-old, who is the deceased person.
Our sons, our brothers, please let them be patient with all their doings, please. Be patient, let them be patient. Be patient. This situation is very unfortunate. Because this morning, this Abrahman that killed his brother, even Awal that he was killed, he washed his clothes for him to use just because of Shodnika. He take his brother Shodnika, then the junior brother say, give him a Shodnika, say, I will not give. That's the only thing.
It is a little misunderstanding. The elder son wanted to collect his belongings. Then they started arguing. Before you know, the younger one took a weapon and stabbed his elder brother to death. We took him to hospital and we came back. Now we are preparing for his burial arrangement.
Some residents of the area were aggrieved that the two brothers are always engaged on argument. According to the eyewitness, their father came and saw his son lying on blood. He falls immediately and he was rushed to the nearby hospital for medical attention. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force has paraded a total of 30 suspects for various crimes, ranging from criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, kidnapping, gun running, car theft, banditry, among other crimes. The police also recovered weapons of different assortments, ammunitions, bulletproof vests, cash, among other items. Speaking during the parade at the headquarters of the Special Tactical Squad in Abuja, the Acting Force Public Relations Officer, Muyiwa Adejobi, explained that the officers of the force had also apprehended a car-snatching syndicate who specialized in changing the chassis number of stolen vehicles before resale.
This number they are faked. These are the ones they use a courier to send to them from Enugu, and they use accordingly. Where is the key, please? The master key. This is the master key. It can open anything. Anything. Then we I don't know why everybody likes to use Lagos number. See how clean this thing is. You will never know it is a fake number plate. I am sure if Dr. Boboyo, the commercial of road safety, sees this one, he will be confused too that no. Because it's perfectly produced, neatly produced, and it is fake. In fact, original fake. You can see. You can see everything is there. Document of the invoice, the documents, vehicle documents, everything. You can see Lagos logo, neatly produced. You can see. They use all this to deceive us because when that vehicle is stolen, they quickly change the number that is there. They place this one and they have this document to go with it so that when they get to any checkpoint and They are requested to produce a document, they have something to produce, and of course, when the information tallies with whatever we have on the vehicle, a reasonable policeman will just ask them to go. And that they use these antics to beat our security men, and that's a call to our men at various stop and start points to please be more vigilant. There are so many things the church needs to check and to know, so that these people like him, they will not continue to deceive us at our various duties.
My name is Abraham Hassan. I have received like 100 vehicles. I was arrested by Kolo last 3 years ago. I recovered some cars. But later, I could repent. But I was there. Then I live in my business, not the punching. So I now come call Rotimi. Rotimi now consider that he will give me a stolen car. Then somebody come connect me with up and down. The person now, they give me a PEC chassis number for me to beat police for my way going. So I now send 150,000 for the person. He sent the bill for me. So I was in Jabi to collect it. I was now see a policeman that I know arrested me again, come back to where I was released before.
And the police has arrested a 38-year-old female suspect over arms and ammunition smuggling from Plateau to different bandit camps in Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara and other parts of the country. The Acting Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, stated this during a media briefing in Abuja on Thursday. He said the operatives arrested the suspect at Saminaka along Jos Expressway while conveying the items from Plateau to Kaduna State for delivery. According to the police spokesman, items recovered from the suspect include 8 locally made revolver guns, SMG rifles, and 400 rounds of AK-47 live ammunition. He said another suspect had also been arrested by the police over transportation of AK-47 rifles and live ammunition from Kaduna State to Taraba. Meanwhile, a total of 1,500 AK-47 live ammunition have been recovered from these suspects, adding that the efforts are being intensified by the police to get the fabricator arrested. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, says the offense for arresting the immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, is not made public because investigation is still ongoing. The spokesman of the anti-graft agency, Wilson Owujaren, stated this, adding that when Obiano is released, the public will get the details from him. Earlier, the commission confirmed that the immediate past governor of Anambra State has not been released from detention, but transferred to the EFCC Abuja office. The operatives arrested Obiano on Thursday, hours after his handover to the new Anambra governor, Chukwuma Soludo. The ex-governor had been on the watch list of the EFCC since November 15, 2021, and was arrested while trying to board a flight to the United States. You're watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, worry not over cooking gas. This and more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Trust TV News Update. Now look at our top stories. Federal Capital Territory High Court vacated its order restraining the All Progressive Congress APC from holding its March 26 National Convention, pending hearing and determination of a substantive suit matter instituted by an aggrieved party member. And an 18-year-old teenager killed his brother with broken glass after an argument in their residence in Bauchi. And now moving on to other stories. Arrangements have been concluded for the turbaning ceremony of the Newwazirin Katana. The Emirate Council had earlier approved elevation of Sardauna Katsina, Senator Ibrahim Ida, as the new Waziri. The appointment is coming barely 3 weeks after the resignation of the previous title holder, Professor Abubakar Lugga, amid royal tussle. Abdullahi Ahmadi completes the story.
The appointment of Senator Ibrahim Ida as Wazirin Katsina was announced by the Secretary to Katsina Emirate Council, Alhaji Bello Mamman Ifo, in an exclusive interview with Trust Television News. The Wazirin Katsina, Alhaji Ibrahim Ida, was chosen out of 12 people who indicated interest in the title for his proven integrity, trustworthy, excellence, dedication to duty, and service to humanity. All the 12 contenders are eligible. They are qualified in all ramifications, educationally and otherwise. But yet, that of Senator Ibrahim Ida, the Sardauna Katsina, surpasses all because he possessed all the qualities to be tabanned as, or rather to be appointed as Wazirin Katsina.
Dr. Alhaji Ibrahim Ida, saboda shi ya goge kwarai da.
The Sarkin Yakin Katsina, however, appreciated the immediate past Wazirin Katsina, Professor Sani Abubakar Lugga, whom he described as a person worthy of emulation in all ramifications. Well, the immediate past Wazirin Katsina, Professor Sani Abubakar Lugga, has created a very serious vacuum that will be very difficult to fill. He contributed immensely towards the development of not only Katsina Emirate Council, but Katsina State as a whole. Born on the 15th of January 1949 in Katsina local government, Ibrahim Ida attended Rafuka Primary School, Katsina, and Katsina Provincial School, now Government College, Katsina, universities of Ibadan and Abuja, where he obtained various certificates in both banking and finance, as well as other professional qualifications. A graduate of London Chartered Institute of Bankers, the new Wazirin Katsina, Senator Ibrahim Ida, was also a graduate of the Nigerian Law School and was called to bar in 2005. He began his working career at the Central Bank of Nigeria, where he reached the position of assistant manager before being seconded to the Bank of the North in 1977. The new Wazirin Katsina transferred to Federal Civil Service in 1988, where he rose to the position of Permanent Secretary in 1992 and retired from the Federal Civil Service as Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense in 1999. Senator Ida served as Commissioner of Finance, Katsina State from 1989 to 1991 and served as a member of 2014 National Conference and was conferred with the national honor of Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, in 1996. Ida was also elected Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for Katsina Central Senatorial District and served as the Chairman Senate Committee on Defense and Army, as well as member Senate Committees on Finance, INEC, Rules and Business. Senator Ida became the Sardauna Katsina and member of Katsina State Council of Chiefs on Saturday 13th October 2018 and also holds a chieftaincy title of Otuase of Ikareland, Ondo State. The Sardauna Katsina was elevated to the traditional title of Wazirin Katsina on Tuesday 15th March 2022 and the Emirate is expected to turban the new Wazirin Katsina on a date and time to be announced later. Abdullahi Ismail Ahmadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, wants 2 memoranda of understanding between Nigeria and China on tourism signed in an effort to boost tourism between the two countries. The minister made the call in Abuja when he received the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Cui Jianchun, on a courtesy visit to his office. Mohammed said the 2 MOU are on the facilitation of group travels by Chinese tourists to Nigeria, as well as travel facilitation through the approved destination status. Ambassador Cui said China is re-strategizing its bilateral relations with Nigeria to focus on growth, development and progress. The ambassador said the new focus will be anchored on people-to-people communication and relationship, as well as cultural exchanges.
Actors and actresses, the followership they garner, universally, and some of our actors and actresses are by far more popular outside Nigeria than some of the ministers. So we believe that this is this exchange of this exchange program will not only deepen the country-to-country relationship, but also the people-to-people relationship. Your Excellency, I'm reliably informed that there has been much progress in the effort to make the loan that I spoke about, that is the $500 million loan, that there's a lot of progress to make it a reality. I want therefore to use this opportunity to appeal to Your Excellency to continue to use your good offices to fast track the evaluation and approval process of the loan by the China Export-Import Bank, and to thank you for your efforts so far in this regard.
14th Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, how can I do things for the two countries? I try to use the metaphor to plant more trees, even if it takes time to bear flower and get fruit. But I'm working hard during the past nearly 1 year. I want to share with you the first things that we need a new strategy for the relationship of the two countries. So I have my copy here. I want to let you know this strategy.
And the 67-year-old electrical engineer in Gombe, Hadi Usman, has invented a cooking stove that uses water and air pressure to generate fire. His invention is coming at a time the price of cooking gas has reached an all-time high. Usman says he invented the stove to cut production costs in his workshop. Ibrahim Ismail now reports.
This is a cooking stove that uses water, invented by a Gombe-based electrical engineer, Malam Hadi Usman. The stove is powered by air that runs through 2 bottles of water. I learned that you can only see a thunder lightning during rainy season. In dry season, there is cloud, but no thunder lightning, because there is no water. Therefore, there is atom and electron in water everywhere that give fire. That was how I conducted research for 3 years and achieved this. Malam Hadi explains how his technology works. This is a stove that uses 2 bottles of water and a fan that pushes air into the water, and the pressure from the water follows through a pipe to a point that it ignites fire for cooking. With the hike in prices of cooking gas and electricity tariff, this technology has potentials of solving problems of cooking energy while preventing environmental pollution. I suffered a lot due to unavailability of electricity and fuel scarcity. To connect a single wire, I must use a firewood to heat a soldering iron or wait until there is electricity. I began to think of a means to solve the problem and get cheap source of energy. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
Total debt stock of Nigeria is likely to reach 45 trillion naira as the Debt Management Office, DMO, plans to borrow an additional 6.39 trillion naira to finance the 2022 budget deficit. This is contained in a DMO document released on Friday in Abuja. In the document, Director General of the DMO, Patience Oniha, explained that the overall deficit in the 2022 budget stands at 6.30 trillion naira, representing 3.46% of the country's gross domestic product. Oniha said the budget deficit is to be financed mainly by borrowings from both domestic and foreign sources, as well as privatization proceeds, and explained that while 2.57 trillion naira will come from domestic sources, 2.57 trillion naira will come from foreign sources, 1.16 trillion naira from multilateral and bilateral loan drawdowns, and 90.7 billion naira from privatization proceeds. It will be recalled that the DMO had earlier said that the country's total debt stock of December 2021 stands at 39.55 trillion naira. And now look at the foreign scene, where many have been killed as Russian strikes hit Ukraine capital Kyiv and the cities of Kharkiv and Kramatorsk in the east. Mayor Andriy Sadovi said missiles destroyed an aircraft repair plant near the airport in western Ukraine city of Lviv. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, Russian troops and separatist allies are fighting in the center of Mariupol against nationalists. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden is expected to warn Chinese President Xi Jinping against supporting Russia during a phone call on Friday. And now in sports, the Champions League semi-finals, first and second leg fixtures will take place on April 26th, 27th and on May 3rd and 4th. The draw for the semi-finals took place in Lyon on Friday and streamed live via UEFA's official website. However, this season's Champions League final will take place on May 28 at the Stade de France in Paris. The quarterfinal fixtures see Manchester City taking on Atletico Madrid, while Chelsea hosts Real Madrid. Benfica will play Liverpool and Villarreal will take on Bayern Munich. And that wraps up Trust TV News Update for this hour. Don't forget, you can subscribe and follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for joining us.